The Mike Show presents Test Drive Interviews, brought to you by Billy Craft Honda in Lynchburg.
It's Paul. How are you?
You're sneaking up on me.
I know, I'm
That's
sorry.
Great.
I do that from time to time. Great to see you.
Yeah, so we got the 2019 Honda Accord that we're going to drive today. And I know that it's the hot red, so we wanted to make sure that we just kind of show that. This is San Marino red. But man, it's hot, and it's hot out here.
It is.
I mean, we're in October and it's 110. I don't understand it. So
yeah.
all I wanted to do was make sure that the go ahead and we'll put the windows down, make sure that everything is nice and cooled off before we get in the seat. With the black leather, that tends to be a little bit hot, but yeah, I'm excited about this. The Accords are selling really well. 2019 is quickly coming to an end, and we're having a limited supply. We actually took this one off of our front pads just to give us some options, because we're running out of options. So yeah, like we talked about last couple times, 19 season has started. We're trying to get rid of this, all these 19s, and so yeah, you need to stop by and see what we have left, and let's help you.
Hey, welcome to Test Drive Interviews. I'm Mike. We're joined by Paul.
Hello.
Heck of a deal, Hackman.
That's right. Heck of a deal.
And Blake Bryant.
Hello.
Blake.
How y'all doing?
How are you?
Great.
Now, Blake, you have an event that's coming up. Let's talk about that. What is your event?
Yeah, Puzzle Car Show is going to be on October 5th at the Plaza. You know, we'd love for all y'all to come out. It's for kids with autism, and 100% of the money raised goes to Central House Rivermont School. Okay.
Let's talk about how did you get involved with this event? Where did the idea come from? And let's begin at the beginning.
Okay. Well, myself, I'm disabled. I'm learning disabled. So you know, I've seen how that children get treated with special needs. So I said at a young age that I wanted to make a difference. So just through happening of helping somebody else doing a car show, I said I could do this, and I'm pretty good at it. And so when we decided we wanted to start doing it, we looked around and we decided, you know, hey, we wanted to help special needs kids, especially children with autism, because there's such a big need, you know, because usually it's one student to one teacher, so it's very expensive. So that's kind of where Puzzle comes in, is we raise money to help the children, and we help in all kinds of ways. You know, we did scholarships for children at the schools. We supported other things that do events for children with autism and special needs. You know, so it's lots of ways that we have helped. You know, and it's grown. This will be our year number 6. You know, we've grown to around 300 cars, and last year we raised about $28,000 for the school.
That is tremendous.
So, and we hope with everybody's support we can do a lot better. You know, we've had a lot better luck this year with sponsors. Billy Craft Honda, for example, it's going to be their first time sponsoring us, and it's great to have new sponsors coming on board, because it just helps us be able to give more money to the school.
Now, Blake, from the first year that you did this to this being the 6th year?
The 6th year.
How have you seen the growth of this event, and really, as far as dollars raised and awareness and just overall, how have you seen it?
Well, you know, the first year we didn't really expect for much, and we actually did pretty good. We raised $6,000. Wow. But all we really did was a car show. Okay. So year number 2, we decided, you know, every year we're going to make it bigger. So year number 2, we decided we was going to add a carnival, and we did that, and every year we've grew the carnival. You know, now we're over 30-some games for the kids, you know, bounce houses, face painting, a petting zoo. So every year we try to add something new. New for this year is going to be a monster truck. You know, that's been a dream of mine, you know, since I was little, to have a monster truck, and it's very expensive to have that. Sure. So I'm a local guy. Donated his monster truck to come be at the show, and it's costing us nothing, so it makes good sense, you know, to do that. You know, you can't have something that costs a ton of money that's taken away from the charity. So we're always very conservative about the money, because I want to give the maximum amount I can to the charity. You know, and some things that have improved, you know, we've been in Buena Vista for the last 5 years. We decided last year to move to Lynchburg, and that move has made the sponsors give a whole lot more money, because, you know, it just makes sense for Lynchburg sponsors to have a Lynchburg show.
Absolutely.
So that's just some of the improvements, you know, that we have made. You know, we're going to go at the plaza, we have more room so we can do more things. Another new thing for this year, we're going to have an exhaust competition where people, you know, rev up their cars, and whoever has the loudest car is going to win a trophy, and people really love it and really get into it.
Paul, let's take this car.
Yeah, let's do that. Exhaust competition.
Yeah. It won't make any noise. It's very quiet.
Smog is not an issue.
Yeah, no, not at all. So talk about the activities for the kids, and what are the costs involved? What are the ticket prices?
To get in for the public, it's free of charge. The only people that are charged to get in are the people that are putting their cars in.
Really?
You sign, if you have children, you sign a waiver. The first 5 games are on puzzles, so there's no cost whatsoever.
Wow.
Then after the first 5 games, we do it 5 for $1. So it's still so inexpensive. And what we do, every child is a winner to us. So if your child plays the game, we give them 1 token. If they win, they get 2. And they can either go get something from our prize booth, little, or they can build their tokens up and get a big prize.
Wow.
But on top of that, we also have free face painting, a free petting zoo, free bounce houses. You know, we try to keep it very inexpensive for the family.
Now, Blake, we've seen you everywhere. We've heard you everywhere. You've kind of been the media celebrity, been on just about every show, including ours. So let's talk about how you've gotten the word out, and a recent partnership with Lynchburg City Schools.
Okay, so we've got the word out by being on local TV stations. You know, we did over 25,000 flyers that we've hand delivered to people, not just put in a car. But the newest addition for this year is we partnered with Lynchburg City Schools to get the privilege to send flyers home to every child at the city schools. You know, so that was a great honor for us, because, you know, you're talking 5,000 kids.
Absolutely.
You know, so that was a great honor for us to be able to do that.
So what is, Paul had asked the question, what had attendance been like in your previous location, and what are you hoping for this year? Okay,
so previous year we had a little over 300 cars, about 3,500 spectators, then about 30 trucks and toucher truck. And you know, that was in Buena Vista, a small town. In Lynchburg, we're hoping the numbers to be somewhere between 3,500 to 5,000 for spectators. The cars, we're hoping to be around 300 to 400 cars, but there's no telling what could happen, because we're in such a bigger market, and we did a lot more advertising on TV, social media, Facebook, you know, so we think we're going to have a lot bigger crowd.
Okay. And can folks still register their cars and sign up and get a spot?
To get a spot for the car show, to have your car in a car show, all you have to do is show up on Saturday morning. You know, at 9 o'clock, that's when we open up, and registration for the cars goes from 9 to 12 o'clock. And, you know, I have room for 700-800 cars, so as many come, we'll get them in there.
All right, and tell us the location again.
The location is the Lynchburg Plaza, the lower level, in front of the School of Nursing.
This is one of my favorite cars, Paul.
It is my favorite. I love the Accord more than anything else that we have, simply because I like the way it drives. I have an Accord personally. I have one, and so these are so nice.
Oh yeah, they're driving without hands too.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, obviously we got to get up to 45, and so, you know, Mr. Frequent Turns here, hopefully he'll get out of the way and we'll be able to go around him. But the good thing about the Accord is that it sits so comfortably, the seats are nice, and we're an Accord Sport, so if you look at it, it looks like the seats are leather, but actually where we're sitting is cloth, so that adds a little bit different texture to your seat, because then you're not sweating, because we're in black leather and so forth. So there's a little bit of difference there, and I like that. But you know,
here we go.
Yeah, just to be able to pull around the corner and take care of you know, Mr. Dump Truck. So the good thing about the Accord obviously is that as we're driving, I can pretty much talk with my hands, whether I want to go on the inside or outside, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then being able to change lanes too. So as I change lanes, I'm not going to give a signal here, and you'll start to see how it lets me kind of fights me back to the inside. So if you become distracted, the Honda sensing kind of kicks in and it allows you then to kind of take over. But yeah, these vehicles are nice. I would rank it up with anybody. I love the fact that customers come in there like, yeah, well, we want to go look at the competition and see what. I'm like, go ahead, because you'll be back, and they normally they do.
That's awesome. And here we go. Paul is driving without hands.
Without hands. Yeah, the Honda sensing has taken over. So now when I'm on a 45 or faster on expressway interstate with lines on both sides, you can see that. Now it's telling me that steering is required. So after 20 seconds or so, and then it'll alert you. So, but all I have to do is grab the steering wheel. It has a grip sensor in it, and then it goes back to that sensor. So
kind of resets it.
Yeah, so it just kind of resets. So it's not designed for you to send text messages or reach over and play around or whatever. You're still supposed to be focused on where you're at, but at the same time, it's kind of helping you. And
it's not quite a self-driving car.
No, not quite a self-driving. Yeah.
This really has some giddy up and go.
Yeah, we're in a 1.5, so liter, which is not the 2.0 liter, but it does have a turbo to it, so I can punch it without having to hit it to the floor and be able to go around tractor trailers or whatever. So the 2.0 is actually even stronger. And people are like, man, Honda got rid of the V6, that stinks. But I would challenge you, come drive the 2.0, the V6. I have a V6 in my driveway. You won't miss it. The 2.0 is an excellent feature, and I loved it in the 2.0 Accord Sport.
How about the fuel economy?
Yeah, we're going to get plus 30 on this regularly. It's very economical. You sit right where you need to be. You're not super high, but yet you're not on the ground too, so it's got good height in it. My parents were able to get in and out of the Accord relatively easy, so it's not people saying the older you get you should get a high SUV. The Accord's fit. I mean, it's an awesome vehicle. You got to come try it. I'd love to be able to show it to you because I'm excited about it. Accord again is one of my favorites that we have.
We want to thank Billy Craft Honda for sponsoring Test Drive Interviews. Come and check out Billy Craft Honda's new location on Lakeside Drive in Lynchburg. You can go see this guy, Paul.
Yes.
Heck of a deal, Heckman. Paul, where can folks get in touch with you?
So Facebook page, Heck of a Deal, pretty simple there. Or call me directly, 455-5246. But if you're looking for a heck of a deal, better call Paul.
You better. You can check out all of our test drive interviews on The Mike Show VA. That's for Facebook and our YouTube channel as well. It's all of our social media, including Twitter, Instagram, and now even MySpace. You can join us on the program weekdays, 6 to 10 on 93.7 KHF, also on the Radio 434 app and at radio434.com. For Test Drive Interviews, this is Mike. Thanks for watching.